Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That's Nettie Liddell.
And that's Brett Chapin.
We are going to be talking, we've been talking about Caught before we went to commercial, and we have on the line two of the amazingly talented creative forces behind the show, the writer, David L. Ray, and the producer, Jason Lowe. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, Brett. Hey,
great.
Nettie. How are you guys doing?
We're great. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, I am alive still.
You are. You are a powerhouse.
So just to give our audience real quick a little background on how we came to be involved with the show.
Yeah.
There was a Sunday a couple of months ago where I saw that my friend Sarah Stuckey was working on this show, Caught the Play. And on a whim, I went out and saw it one Sunday afternoon and was completely blown away by what was going on stage. And that was around the time this show was starting. And so we both, after seeing it, said we need to get these guys on the show and involved.
Oh,
and this is the longest running show currently playing in Los Angeles at 10 months. Guys, did you ever have any clue that it would go on as long as it has? Jason and David?
I mean, I'll start off, and then I'll let David jump in. So, I mean, I think as any artist in Los Angeles, and by the way, thank you guys. I mean, certainly you've been the most amazing supporters, not only for us, but for the larger Los Angeles arts community. And you guys just having this show and bringing on local artists, I just think it's wonderful.
Thank you.
Regarding the length of the run, I think one hopes, like anyone hopes, when you're launching a new show, that you're going to find something that hopefully finds an audience first and resonates with them. And although we hoped for it, I mean, goodness, I mean, it's all our hopes have been exceeded, and it's really just been such a blessing to have audience members come time and time again and just be able to enjoy the show and share it with their friends and family. It's really just been truly a blessing.
I can imagine that you've gotten a lot of compliments in the lobby after the show. What kind of things are people saying about the show? What kind of good feedback are you getting? Is there a particular thing that somebody said about the show that really sticks out in your mind?
I think it was, this is David, I think there was, I think it might have been our opening night. This is one that really sticks out to me, as it was, as you know, at the end of Act 1, it's a tearjerker, and this young lady she was sitting in the back row, she stood up, and she just made an announcement, I need Kleenex, I need tissue, and everybody turned around and was offering her Kleenex and tissue, and after the show, she was just so grateful, and she said that it was an argument that the main argument at the end of Act 1, it was something that she had wished that she could have with some of her family and have the results that the actors have, the characters in the play have. So I just love when they can identify with it and make it personal for themselves.
Mm. What made you come about to start writing this show? When did you start writing this show?
So I started writing it probably 3 years ago, but the seed was planted. I don't know if you guys were around then, but I know you were around, but in LA it was called Prop 22, and it was also called the Night Initiative. And that's when I started creating this idea of a play about gay marriage, and particularly the protagonist, Darlene. I met a woman who just, I saw her and I knew, wow, this is an amazing woman who is locked in because of her religious beliefs, because of her husband, because of all the societal demands that have been placed on her, and that's how the seed was planted. And then fast forward to like 3 years ago, I started writing it, and then when Prop 8 passed, I kind of put it away for a while and started thinking of other ideas for new scripts, but I just couldn't move on until I finished Caught. And so I was basically finishing it so that I could move on to something else, and we shared it with some LA audiences as a reading, and they loved it, so here we are. One of the longest-running shows in L.A. right now.
The longest-running show, I believe.
Yes, the longest. Thank you.
Excellent. Tell us about the casting process. Of course, that's incredibly important when you write a show, to have it cast correctly. Was that a difficult road, or was that something that went pretty easily for you guys?
I think because we had Nick DeGruccio as our director, who is an ovation-winning, very respected director in Los Angeles, we got amazing talent to come into our open call and then callbacks. And most of the actors, we saw them 3-4 times, especially Deborah, who is the Darlene. It's such a pivotal role to the play, and she kept coming in and auditioning, and then when she got it, she was like, "That's the most I've ever been called back for any role I've ever gotten."
And she was so perfectly cast too, so perfect,
absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does a phenomenal job, as do all the actors in the show.
Yeah, I'm excited because I get to see Sarah on Sunday, right?
Yeah, we're going to your closing party, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. So, you heard our prediction at the top of the hour, and I know that you guys can't say a whole lot right now, but what's next for the show? Where do you hope to go with it? What do you hope happens from here?
David, do you want me to take that?
Yeah, Jason, you take that one.
Is that a little rough?
Nothing.
No,
I'm trying not to be too pushy about it, guys, but whatever you can tell us.
So what I've been saying quite publicly is that this, although we're leaving the Zephyr, and truth be told, we've been here for 10 months through 5 extensions. We wanted to stay for a 6th extension, but our exclusivity with the Zephyr expires, and another show had been rented out, and so they're loading in. We actually load out this week, and they load in and start their tech next weekend. So it was not. It was. We certainly wanted to continue it because it's been an amazing road for us thus far, and we were hoping to be able to continue it, but unfortunately, because of scheduling things, we weren't able to, which is why we're closing. I've said publicly to a lot of people recently, although we're leaving the Zephyr, this is really the closing of what I would call the first chapter of this story and this show. We opened. This was a world premiere for us. I mean, we literally opened up, planning a 7-week run. We started previews Thanksgiving-ish, a little before Thanksgiving. We were running through Christmas and Hanukkah and all the December holidays. We ran through New Year's. We were planning on closing in January, and the audiences have been amazing. And I think this is just the end of the first chapter, and we're going to continue on. And I'm excited what the future holds.
We're excited to see it, definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much for calling in and talking to us.
David L. Ray and Jason Lowe of Caught at the Zephyr Theater. Thanks for calling, guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you then. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Nett on CRN Digital Talk.